understand there's going to be a certain amount of people that will hate Kinds of Kindness. There's going to be some people that will be like, what the fuck is this movie? To me, on the other hand, what is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is OCD Movie Reviews. My name is On the Brinkat, and today I'm going to review the latest black comedy slash drama thriller film. Like, literally, this film goes from different types of genres, and that film is Kinds of Kindness. This movie is directed by Yorgos Lanthimos, who directed Poor Things, which I really do love. And this movie stars the return of some cast members from Poor Things, including Emma Stone, Margaret, Qualley, Willem, Dafoe, with Plemons. Three stories revolve around a man who tries to take control of his own life, a policeman whose wife seems like a different person, and a woman who searches someone with a special ability. So yes, when it comes to Poor Things, I enjoyed Poor Things. I think Yorgos Lanthimos has a particular style for his films. Yes, Poor Things is a completely weird film, but I don't mind weirdness in films as long as they don't go way too far on it. And I think Yorgos Lanthimos directed Poor Things extremely well. And of course, Emma Stone, for her second Oscar win, she definitely deserves it for all that movie. So of course, I was excited for Kinds of Kindness because of Poor Things. I love Yorgos Lanthimos' weird style within that movie, so I cannot wait to see what he brings upon with this film. And there's not much marketing to this film, and I find it very interesting. Like, I've only saw that 50-second teaser trailer, so I went to this film basically completely blind, very unaware of what the film is. And now, I walked out of this film, and I could understand there's going to be a certain amount of people that will hate Kinds of Kindness. There's going to be some people that will be like, what the fuck is this movie? To me, on the other hand, I liked Kinds of Kindness. Now, is it better than Poor Things? Absolutely not. This film definitely has more issues. But I kind of liked where this film is kind of going. It's basically, you're seeing three different movies, three different stories, all in one movie. Three completely different stories, but still with the same cast members of Emma Stone, Margaret Qualley, Plemons, and Willem Dafoe. And I find that aspect kind of original and different. It's kind of like 3 episodes of like a Twilight Zone or something, and they just put it all to one film. Now, out of the stories, I like the first 2 stories of the film. They are weird, they're unexpectedly hilarious. Like, the audience was having a great time with the film, the theater I saw it in. The first 2 stories are completely bonkers, weird, honestly very brutal at a couple of aspects. It's one of those movies where you gotta prepare yourself for, because there's a lot of fucked up shit that happens in Kinds of Kindness, but throughout the first 2 stories, I actually enjoyed it for what they were. Especially with the performances here, especially in my opinion, Plemons, who stole this entire movie for me. Each character that he presented in those 3 stories, he plays a different character, and he plays those characters extremely well. Especially in the first story that I thought Plemons brings out one of his better performances that I've seen. Like, this is a great year for him with Civil War and this movie. It shows that Plemons is a terrific actor, and any movie I'm seeing him in, I'm looking forward to, because Plemons is really well done in the film. But of course, the rest of the cast is great. Emma Stone is fantastic in the film. Her characters are very intense in the film. Margaret Qualley is great. Willem Dafoe especially is really hilarious in this film, actually, especially with the first story. He is so bonkers in this film, but I thought Willem Dafoe is still great. Like, man, this actor is everywhere, man. Every freaking where. And it just shows how great of an actor Willem Dafoe is. I think he is great in this film, and I thought he's hilarious in the film. You know, all the technical aspects of cinematography, the look of this movie is great, but I loved how bonkers and weird those first 2 stories are. I was at least invested within it. But my only issue with Kinds of Kindness is actually the third story. I was not too invested with the third story as much. I don't know, it just felt a little out of place than the first 2 stories. The first 2 stories are just completely bonkers and freaking weird. This one is just like, yeah, that story is fine. It started off kind of boring, actually, and then it does pick up at the end, with an ending that I find actually kind of hilarious. But definitely the third story is my least favorite. I'm not going to tell you what actually happens in these stories. Like, the description is the most non-spoiler I can basically explain. But yeah, the third story out of all the 3 stories that Yorgos Lanthimos presented is my least favorite. And here's the thing about this movie, like, this movie is definitely not for everybody. There's going to be a lot of aspects that might get people out of here going, what the fuck is this movie? What's the purpose of this movie? I find this movie kind of different and kind of fresh. Seeing these, like, free stories. Like, it's not even a movie with, like, a plot. It's just 3 different types of stories with the same cast members. Kind of like a dark SNL sketch with Twilight Zone aspects in it. And I was impressed. I was interested in what Yorgos Lanthimos did with this film. If you don't like this film, I honestly understand. Yorgos Lanthimos is not for everybody. Like, Poor Things is not even for everybody. To me, though, I understand his style, and I actually didn't mind what Yorgos Lanthimos did with this movie, even though the third story is the bit where I'm like, that kind of dies the film down for me. Overall, guys, Kinds of Kindness is definitely not a film for everybody. If you don't like Yorgos Lanthimos, you won't like this film. If you don't like weirdness and gory stuff in this film and just complete weirdness, you're not gonna like this movie. This film is definitely not for everyone, I'm just gonna warn you now. But to me, I loved Poor Things, I love Yorgos Lanthimos, and even though this film is not as great as Poor Things, I enjoyed this film for what it was. I thought the 3 stories is one of the most interesting aspects of the film, even though the third story is my least favorite. I love the first 2 stories. I thought the performances are very well done, especially Jesse Plemons. He definitely stole the film for me, with Willem Dafoe and Emma Stone, and Margaret Qualley as well. There's a lot of weirdness aspects of the film, there are some fucked up moments, there are some even funny moments in the film where the audience was having a great time, including me and my friend watching this movie with. I don't know, something about it I actually did like. I can see people hating the film, I can see this film's going to be very divisive, some people are going to like this film, some people are going to hate this film. To me, I liked Kinds of Kindness. Not as great as Poor Things because of that third story. It ruined the film for me, but the first 2 stories I was completely invested in of how weird and fucked up it is. So overall, guys, Yorgos Lanthimos has done it again for me. Not my favorite film of the year though, but I enjoyed Kinds of Kindness for what it was. So I gotta say, in my opinion, for Kinds of Kindness, definitely go see this movie at a matinee price. For people who are fans of Yorgos Lanthimos, if you love Poor Things, I think you'll find some things to enjoy in this movie. But yeah, like I said, this film is not for everybody. This film is definitely going to be one of the most divisive films of the year. So just get your opinion out, because in my opinion, I enjoyed Kinds of Kindness. So guys, that is my review for Kinds of Kindness. Let me know what you think of this film in the comments below. Do you like the film, hate the film? And if you do like this film, what is your favourite story out of the 3? Let me know that in the comments below, without spoiling, obviously. Make sure you guys follow me on social media links down below. Keep contact with me, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel for my latest movie reviews and other movie related content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a nice day.